All right, guys, I'm excited for this video because it's gonna irk some people. People are gonna get mad just by seeing the topic of this video. I just want you to be aware. That's all I'm asking. Just be aware of these uncomfortable feelings arising. See where they're coming from. Really examine your mind. Why are you getting flustered? Why do you feel uncomfortable? Why do you have this intense desire for this control? Why do you want free will? If you watch this entire video, you will realize that you, the you that you think that you are, does not want free will. This is a vital part to awakening. It's a vital aspect. You have to fully get this, not only on the conceptual, but the experiential level in order to be liberated. Even just by watching this video, you could decrease your suffering by a lot. Your need for control is what's causing a lot of suffering. Your need for control and the illusion that you have control is leading to regret. Leads to a lot of bad stuff in your life. So just listen to this video because I promise you it is the best case scenario. What I'm about to tell you is the best case scenario. Reality is perfection. You just have this psychological construct in your mind known as the ego that's trapping you in ignorance, that's not allowing you to see the perfection of reality, that's causing you to suffer. I'm trying to dissolve your ego. I'm trying to break you free if you let me. But of course, I know it's challenging because the ego wants to survive. So it does not want to hear what I have to say. But anyway, let's talk about free will. Don't get too scared because there are two different levels to this. Okay? On the one level, you don't have free will. You, the body mind, the you that you think that you are, has absolutely no control whatsoever. I'm saying like not even 1% control. But there is a higher you. The all-knowing you, the you with infinite intelligence, the you that is the universe, the you that is God, the you that you don't know that you are, which I will try and explain, that you, of course, does have free will. So, you do not have free will, and I can prove it to you. Remember, this is on the level of the body-mind. Because be honest, this is what you think that you are. You think that what makes you you is the body and the mind. This is you, right? This individualistic little finite being does not have free will. Not a single percentage. And I will show you if you are open-minded enough to do this exercise. So, this is going to be very simple. Okay? All I want you to do for 30 seconds, you can pause this video. For 30 seconds, sit there, meditate, and do not have one single thought come into your mind. Go ahead. Try it out. See, you failed before you even started. Immediately you started thinking. Immediately. We all have this monkey mind. We have no control over our thoughts whatsoever. Thoughts just come to us. We're just not aware of this. Right? When you start meditating, you realize that you sit there and thoughts just come out of nothingness. Literal nothingness. They just appear in our minds. Thoughts just come to us. Now, thoughts shape our reality. They are the fundamental building block in which our subjective reality is shaped. So if these thoughts you have zero control over, then how do you have control over anything? And you might be saying, oh, Connor, well, I have thoughts come into my mind, but I get to decide which thoughts to act on. That is another illusion, you see? Because the decision-making process is simply a series of more thoughts. This might be hard to understand, so we'll do a little exercise. Okay, let's do a little exercise. So right now, we're going to exercise what you would consider free will. All right, you ready for this? Fun stuff. So, do this with me. Be conscious and aware of the decision-making process. Be aware of the thoughts that are going through your mind. And decide to raise your right arm. I am going to raise my right arm. Okay, do you have control of that? You think that you did, but you did not. There was no part of you that had any control. over that whatsoever. So what happened was you experienced something. You experienced me on a YouTube video telling you to do something. That implanted a thought into your mind, and then you made this decision, which is just this combination of other thoughts, to raise your hand. Now, guess what? Did you have control over watching this video? You might say, sure, I clicked on the video. Well, did you know that I was going to tell you to raise your right arm? Also, what really led you here to this YouTube video? Did you have control over your entire life leading up to this moment? Or have things happened in your experience that were out of your control, that shaped your life? Realize the profundity of the butterfly effect. Every little thing that happens in the universe has a profound effect on the future. So, I'll make the claim, and I'm very confident in this claim, that if you did not have the exact same parents that you had growing up, you would not be watching this YouTube video at this very moment. And I would not have told you to raise your hand. And you would not have raised your hand. So, it wasn't just you making this decision, okay? It was these thoughts that made the decision. And these thoughts were implanted into your mind, well, by me. And I'm only here because of all the other stuff that has happened to you in your life that was completely out of your control. So you see, you didn't raise your hand. You didn't decide to raise your hand. Literally, the entire universe decided to raise your hand. There's this Buddhist concept called no self. And you'll realize through deep meditation that there is no CEO behind your eyes. Okay, there's no operator. There's no decision maker. You are just experiencing this incredible thing we call life as if it were this 4D movie that was already written. The entire universe already exists. And it's like it's on a DVD. And we are just experiencing it. We are not deciding what happens. We are not changing the outcomes. Whatever was designed to happen will happen. We are just along for the ride. I'm not asking you to believe me. This is something that you can know through direct experience. I'm sitting here and I am experiencing me not having free will. And I love it. Why? You see, you would not want this body-mind to have free will. Because this body-mind is finite. This body-mind, compared to the infinite knowledge that exists, is really dumb. You see? And you don't know what's best for you. You'd be arrogant to say that you did. Every single thing that happens to you, you have no idea in the long run if that's going to be good or bad until you awaken. And then you realize that literally everything that happens to you is for the better good. So this might be difficult to understand, but let me tell you on which level you have free will. And this might start making more sense. So, to get to this level, we have to know who we actually are, because the real us does have free will. See, the body-mind is not us. The body-mind is an avatar that we are experiencing. Now, who is this us that is experiencing this avatar? Well, it is the us as God. Our true nature is God. Our true nature is a giant, infinite mind that is creating this entire reality, just as a dream. Just as in a dream, you know how the entire world is made of your mind. Remember, in a dream, you don't necessarily know that you're dreaming. You don't know that you're creating everything. But of course you are. It's all in your mind. That's what this reality is. God, you, is a giant mind. And you are creating all of this. Now remember, just as in a dream, remember, In a dream, you don't know that you are the creator of the dream. You think that you're the body mind in the dream and you're just experiencing the dream. Unless, of course, you start lucid dreaming. That is the same as reality. You don't realize how, or that you are even creating this entire reality. But of course you still are, with your mind. The structure of reality and the structure of the dream is no different. Everybody's saying, Connor, in a dream, it's all happening in the brain. Okay, well, it might be happening in the brain, sure, in this materialist paradigm. But in the dream, it's not happening in the dream brain. You see? You could touch your dream brain in the dream, but is that what is actually causing the dream? No, it's your real brain. Well, in reality, your real brain simply doesn't exist. It's just a giant mind taking place in nowhere. Now, this mind is infinitely intelligent, has infinite potential, and is literally infinity. This mind created everything. This mind is God. This mind created the entire universe outside of time. So you can think about it, because it's so hard to get out of the concept of time, that the universe was created in an infinitesimally small amount of time. The entire universe. An infinite sequence in an infinitesimally small amount of time. This is impossible to grasp unless you actually experience infinity. Infinity cannot be known as a concept. The entire universe was created instantly. And then you, as God, created this avatar to experience the universe through time. But the entire universe is already created. You see, the entire universe already exists, including the future. So, this giant mind, this infinitely intelligent mind, has free will. Your deep subconscious has free will. The true you, that is the true you, God, the mind that created this entire world. That you has free will. You created this perfect life for yourself. And again, don't think of it on too narrow of a perspective. You have more than one lifetime. You might not see the perfection of this lifetime, but trust me, it's perfect. It's perfect. All the evil that's going on in the world, all the negativity that's in your life, it's all to give you context for the good. It's to help you learn something. It's to help set you up for absolute bliss, peace, and happiness. You see, you couldn't have bliss, peace, and happiness if you didn't know what suffering was. So this infinite mind has free will. You, the real you, has free will and created everything with absolute perfection. And then experienced it with this avatar, with this body mind. Of course, this body mind does not have free will. See, it's just part of the story. It's like you deciding to play this epic 4D movie. Imagine if we had the technology that instead of watching a movie on a screen, you could actually watch the movie from behind your main character's eyes. Pretty cool, huh? Now, even though you're experiencing that movie and everything feels real, you're feeling the main character's thoughts, his actions, all the sensations. But would you say that you had free will? No, you're in the movie. The movie is happening exactly how the movie would happen. You can't change the movie, you're just witnessing it. You can't decide which thoughts come to that character. You can't decide what the character does, it's just doing it. But this is the epic part of the movie, of the story, is that it gives you this incredible illusion that you're somehow in control. But this illusion that you're in control actually leads to your suffering. Because you, as this finite body mind, are not perfect. And therefore, if you're in control, you make mistakes, you have regret. And we needed this concept of regret and mistakes in order to give us context for the incredible bliss and freedom that comes with the realization that there are no mistakes. There is no regret. Because your higher self is creating all of this, and you're just witnessing a movie. The movie is already made. Just enjoy it. Just watch it. So, you see why it's so much better not to have free will? I have the freedom to just sit here in life and witness it happen. And it's the most beautiful thing ever. I don't have to worry about making mistakes. I don't have to worry about having regret. Because the universe is going to happen exactly how the universe is going to happen, and it's for a reason. Everything is absolute perfection, happening for a very specific reason. All to give us this context. All to have us learn something. Even the bad things that happen, all happen for a reason. A very specific reason. For context, for learning. You, on the other hand, you think this body-mind has free will, you're terrified. You have fear. You're going through life, in your day-to-day life, worrying that you're going to make a mistake. Stressing over what decisions you should make, instead of just trusting your gut and saying, let's just go this way. Because life is a movie. I'm going to make that decision anyway. You may say, no, Connor, well, I can change and make the other decision. You were going to do that anyway then. It's an illusion. That's how the universe works. Everything that you've ever done was always going to happen. And it's so incredible because the universe seems so complex. You're like, no, like I have to be doing that. It just absolutely blows your mind. But that's the nature of infinity. That's the nature of this infinitely intelligent mind, the nature of God, the nature of who you actually are. Is that you were able to make it so complex to give yourself this illusion, to give you the context of waking up from this illusion and being free. So trust me, it's best case scenario once you actually realize this. It is best case scenario. It's so awesome. So to sum up, you, the body mind, has absolutely no free will. You can experience this through meditation, okay? You can see how you are absolutely in zero control. Not 1% of control do you have. But you as God, you as the infinite mind that is actually creating all this, you as the infinite mind that has put this avatar in this world of form to experience, you as infinite mind has full control of everything. You are all powerful. You are God. And again, this is also something that you can experience. It is you. It's all part of your mind. You just have to break free of the illusion and realize what you really are. Don't trust me. This is something you can actually experience. You can experience you being this infinite mind. It's possible. This isn't some philosophy. It's not some religion. It's not some concept. Well, it is a concept, but the experience of it is not a concept. That's the problem, is that I'm giving you concepts that aren't the real thing. You actually have to experience this in order to know it. So, if you take anything from this, go throughout life and be free. Because you don't have free will. But not having free will actually makes you free. So enjoy it. It's a movie. It's a crazy, complex 4D movie, but it's essentially a movie. It's not literally a movie. It's a movie without the technology. Movie is a metaphor. It's a movie that's created by mind rather than little pixels. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this made you a little more free. Keep watching my videos to get even more free. And I will see you in the next one. Unconditional love. Peace.